For many of you, you are now very used to level 7 to 9 difficulty level. And if you are not, I just wanted to share a few tips and tricks or what strategy I've found is the most efficient for me. And I'd be very happy to discuss it with you in the comments. With that said, 7 to 9, why do you want to play that? It's basically to get your super samples and to enjoy a challenge. And it's, of course, much easier if you have your usual hiring team of 4 people. But if you don't, you should, and I hope you are doing this, but you should spend just 1 or 2 minutes just before the launch of the pods, discuss the strategy with your teammate. Usually what we do, or what I do with Rando, or I'm the random guy sneaking in on the team, is I like to have on 7 to 9 difficulty level, have a team of 3 heavily armored guy who gonna do the main missions, right? So heavily armored, 2 stratagem, 1 weapon, if possible, a mix of quasar cannon and E80, just in case, because you know you're gonna die, and the quasar cannon is gonna be whatever. So it's always good to have some expendable anti-tank to have as a secondary weapon from your colleagues. That's a nice one. And as a stratagem, the orbital laser, simply because it's good in all situations. It's a very good crowd manage the bloody bugs or stuff like this. And if you have a heavy, it does take a lot of life out of them. So it's always a good one. And so you have this team of 3, which is going to do the main mission. And the last one should have a scout armor, which, in the perks of the scout, one of the scout armor at least, you have 30% less detection by patrols. And that's really what you need to do. The last guy is going to be a scavenger running around the map while the 3 guys are really taking on all the enemies, attract all the enemies. The 3rd guy really need to go around, collect, especially super samples, but always be in movement, always avoid patrol, and absolutely never ever fight. I like to do the scout role. So you get completely paranoid because, of course, in this level, you have patrols everywhere. And what I do in this case, I take no weapon. You don't have time to fight. I take 3 stratagems, always the orbital, the eagle cluster bomb, because when you arrive on some zone, and you always have a few enemies there, even if it's not patrol. So cluster bomb, maybe orbital lasers that clear up the place. You go pick up your stuff and you leave. If you by any chance find some medium or heavily fortified, post or nest bugs, I always have with me the 380 HE barrage. It's even better when you upgrade your super destroyer, which, the spread of the barrage, of course. And it's even better to use it when you're by yourself, because if you use it with the 3 other guys around, you're gonna team kill everyone, because that's how the spread works. So you go there, go as close as you can, throw your barrage, and leave. You just don't have time to stay around, because you know that as soon as you throw your little laser targeting system ball, you're gonna attract monsters. Just go there, throw your ball, don't wait around to see what's happened, and dart. So that's basically the strategy I really like to do in 7, 8, 9. While 3 of you are gonna have a very intense fight during the major objective and having Bile Titans and Devastator Tank and Destroy the Factory or something. It's very fun, but while you guys do this, you have a scout who is behind collecting all the samples, all the side mission bonus, and that's how you easily pass a mission. At least that's how I like to do things. If you have other tips or advice for me or for everyone around, please share. I learned something, but I actually couldn't find it in the defensive mission, the one where you have to evacuate civilians. Of course, you have a lot of little objectives around, collect some samples and all. Apparently, some guy found, so I don't know if it's on every mission and I just never found it, a cave with really a lot of rare samples condensed. I never found that cave, but if it exists, I would love to know if I just missed it or if you found it, because that's always good. Again, in defensive mission, 3 guys doing the mission, 1 guy going around collecting all the little side missions and super credit and sleeps and stuff. Yeah, That's how I do it. That's how I like to do it. And please tell me what you like to do. Do you do the same? Do you like to be one of the three heavily armored guy taking on everyone? Do you like to scout around and be completely paranoid, seeing patrol everywhere and trying to scout without being seen?